Love Among the Haystacks. Part 1. The two large fields lay on a hillside facing south. Being newly cleared of hay, they were golden green and they shone almost blindingly in the sunlight. Across the hill halfway up ran a high hedge that flung its black shadow finally across the molten glow of the sward. The stack was being built just above the hedge. It was of great size, massive, but so silvery and delicately bright in tone that it seemed not to have weight. It rose dishevelled and radiant among the steady golden-green glare of the field. A little farther back was another finished stack. The empty waggon was just passing through the gap in the hedge. From the far-off corner of the bottom field, where the sward was still striped grey with windrows, the loaded waggon launched forward to climb the hill to the stack. The white dots of the haymakers showed distinctly among the hay. The two brothers were having a moment's rest, waiting for the load to come up. They stood wiping their brows with their arms, sighing from the heat and the labour of placing the last load. The stack they rode was high, lifting them up above the hedge-tops, and very broad, a great slightly hollowed vessel into which the sunlight poured, in which the hot, sweet scent of hay was suffocating. Small and inefficacious the brothers looked, half submerged in the loose great trough, lifted high up, as if on an altar reared to the sun. Maurice, the younger brother, was a handsome young fellow of 21, careless and debonair, and full of vigour. His grey eyes, as he taunted his brother, were bright and baffled with a strong emotion. His swarthy face had the same peculiar smile, expectant and glad and nervous, of a young man roused for the first time in passion. "Thou sees," he said, as he leaned on the pommel of his fork, "thou thought tha'd done me one, didn't thou?" He smiled as he spoke, then fell again into his pleasant torment of musing. "I thought nought. Thou knows so much," retorted Geoffrey with a touch of a sneer. His brother had the better of him. Geoffrey was a very heavy, hulking fellow, a year older than Maurice. His blue eyes were unsteady. They glanced quickly away. His mouth was morbidly sensitive. One felt him wince away through the whole of his great body. His inflamed self-consciousness was a disease in him. "Ah, but though I know thou did," mocked Maurice. "Thou went slinking off." Geoffrey winced convulsively. "Thinking as that were last night as any as have had to stop here, and so thou'd leave me to sleep out, though it were thy turn." He smiled to himself, thinking of the result of Geoffrey's ruse. "I didn't go slinking off neither," retorted Geoffrey in his heavy, clumsy manner, wincing at the phrase. "Did my father send me to fetch some coal?" Oh yeah, we know all about it. But thou sees what thou missed, my lad." Maurice, chuckling, threw himself on his back in the bed of hay. There was absolutely nothing in his world then except the shallow ramparts of the stack and the blazing sky. He clenched his fists tight, threw his arms across his face and braced his muscles again. He was evidently very much moved, so acutely that it was hardly pleasant, though he still smiled. Geoffrey, standing behind him, could just see his red mouth with the young moustache like black fur curling back and showing the teeth in a smile.